Hey guys, I'm Joe Tiani. Welcome back to the channel, and today I have the Pro Scale winch with remote from Traxxas. So I'm going to go ahead and install this into my 2021 Ford Bronco. It is compatible with the other TRX4 models. You will need a different bumper. So it works directly with the bumper that comes on the 2021 Ford Bronco. So I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I don't think it's focusing on it. But you do need a different bumper if you're going to go ahead and put it onto other TRX4 models. So hopefully it's focusing on there so you can see the different part numbers. But for my Bronco, there's going to be no need to do that. It's just going to be a direct bolt on. So yeah, you are going to need a different bumper for your other models. But it's $99.99. So it's an additional $100. So I know I made an unboxing video. So if you do buy the actual truck, it's $550. You are going to need a battery and charger. So that's going to run you roughly another, I don't know, $90 to $100. And if you do add on the winch, you're going to be spending another $100. So just keep that in mind. So first, I'm going to go ahead and unbox it and show you what's inside this tiny little box. So, and wow, it is really not that much. I mean, it's packaged nicely in typical Traxxas form. You know, it's nicely tucked into there, the foam, and well protected. So let me go ahead and remove these pieces individually. So it looks like it comes with the red rope. I guess you could call it rope. So, which is nice. It's perfect for my model. I do know that they do make some other types of rope for it. So they give you a fair lead here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that to the side here. Then you got the actual winch itself, which is really in there. Jeez. Okay. So I guess you could just take that out. But yep. So there's the winch itself. Really nice. So I'm not sure if it's focusing on it. There you go. So really, really nice. Has the Traxxas logo on it. Go ahead and put that to the side there. There's your remote, and it looks like it just has a, you know, for it to go back and forth. So that's really nice. So we're going to put that to the side. And then you have your additional, some zip ties and other things for connection, I guess, to connect it to your ESC. So you got a little baggie full of that stuff. Put that to the side, and then hopefully on the bottom, your step-by-step directions. So Traxxas does a good job. You know, usually the directions are labeled really well. So we'll go ahead and open this up. Yep, and it looks like, you know, you have a pretty simple installation. So from looking here, you got 4 steps, so not that much going on to get it installed, which is really, really nice. And then on the instructions, it also gives you an exploded view, so you can kind of see the different parts of it, because I guess you might have to give some repairs every once in a while, and they have the part numbers as well listed there. So, and then you have the wiring diagram, so it goes over how you're going to go ahead and wire this to your ESC. So I'm going to go ahead and get this zoomed in a little bit, take off the body, and show you how I'm going to install this. All right. So the first thing we're going to need to do here is remove this sweet looking body. So we're going to go ahead and go in and take off the existing body. Put that to the side. And then it's saying we're going to have to remove the bumper. And I don't know if that's necessary with this because it's supposed to be a direct bolt on. So let me take a look here. I don't think so. I think we can get away with just removing this piece right here. So go ahead and get an Allen wrench out here. So there's a screw right behind the front bumper, and it screws into this portion right here. So I think you just remove this screw carefully, and it should pop off that piece right there. So there shouldn't be any need to remove the whole front bumper. if I'm right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and unscrew this carefully. Place that screw right there, and then this comes right off. So you got your fake looking winch right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put that to the side. So then this should be fed. Let me see. So free spool should be fed through the fair lead there and run right into those two slots in the front. It should line up the screw. There you go. Push it in, line up the screw, then take that screw that you took out before, place it back in. I mean, this seems pretty straightforward and simple so far. So after I tried to run this through like I normally was planning on doing, I realized that there's a little slot in the bumper where you're supposed to put the wires down. And it's kind of hard to see and maneuver. So I removed this plate here, which is 4 screws, and I believe they do go into the chassis directly. So you are going to need some Loctite. And then I'm going to take my 2mm hex driver, and I'm going to go ahead and remove the bumper altogether. So put these bumper screws separate. By the way, these DeWalt drills are really nice and really handy for this. So go ahead and turn this around. Alrighty. Place this down here. And this should slide off the bumper. Alright, so I should get a better look at what's going on here. Because you want to run the wires through here, and then it says put them in this slot, but I'm trying to figure out where they go after they go in that slot. So power wires on the left. Run this, geez, I ran this out pretty far, so made it even more of a mess with more string. Okay, just for fun. So this actually slides. So you got to run these two through here. Or at least that's what it's telling you to do. Huh, but then they both have to go to that same side. Let's go ahead and run them through, just like it says. Okay. So that's it. Okay, so I went ahead and ran it through that little notch. So now I'm going to go ahead and install the front, or reinstall the front bumper, I suppose, with the 4 screws I just took out. Use my handy dandy wrench here. So let's make sure everything's lined up. Yep. Looks good. Go. Go back around to this side. These. that's reinstalled. So the bumper's back on. Now to figure out what to do with these wires. And so after I installed the chassis brace back and have the wires running underneath, I ran the power wire underneath and through where the power or the motor wires are going. There's actually a clip there, so I ran the power wire through there. I used the additional pigtail accessory that it comes with to give me that extra length. Kind of tucked it in with the motor wires, and that's nice and clean there, nice and secure. So that's out of the way. Then I took the antenna wire, and it was running underneath the chassis brace on the left-hand side, or well, I guess it's the right-hand side of the vehicle, but the side with the receiver box. And then I went ahead and tucked it into the little clip that's here for the servo wire. And then after that, ran it through here and used one of the zip ties to tighten it down. So everything's nice and out of the way. This will be nice to have accessible for the light kit if you are going to be putting in the light kit. At least I think so. But I do know that you do need the additional wire. So it's a little kind of funky, out of the way now. You could use a zip tie and kind of tie it through these motor wires and maybe clean it up a little bit more. But for this purpose, I think it's just fine. So everything looks clean now. Wires are out of the way. So you should be able to just clip on the body. So let's go ahead and see if anything's in the way. And there you go. Nice fit. One thing I will say it's kind of a bummer is it does block a little bit of the Bronco emblem. But this is nice and clean. None of the wires are in the way now. And you can take the body on and off. Originally, I had just run the wires directly through and over the top of this, and you do need to go ahead and remove the bumper and use that little notch. Run the wires underneath of the chassis brace here, and then you're good to go. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully this was helpful if you're looking to go ahead and put the winch on. It took me some time to figure out the best way to do it. This is the way I did it. I'm not saying it's the right way, but it's the way that worked for me. So until next time, have a good one.